Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
Olight Baton for premium, so small yet so bold. A high-tech flashlight, a story to be told. Stupidly powerful, like a tiny beast. Pee-wee pee-pee, it can light up a feast. Stick it anywhere, but keep it out of your rear. Tiny but mighty, it will never disappear. Tiny but mighty, it will never disappear. Olight Baton, shining bright. 1,300 lumens, blinding with all its might. Olight Baton, so small.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jim, and I love Olight. Truly. Now, I've been able to share a lot of amazing lights with you on my channel, from the Macgizmo Haiku, to Hanko's, to Sofern, Surefire, Woobin, Nightcore, and more that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But no matter how high-end or how out of the box and crazy I go, I always come back to Olight. Their innovation is off the charts and their quality is awesome. And of course, it helps that their pricing is pretty good too. Now, sometimes they're the best possible choice for the price that you're looking at. And then sometimes, depending on the model, it may be more than what you're willing to spend, because sometimes they do just flat out make a premium priced product. But on the new Baton 4 Premium, I think you're getting an extraordinary deal, a lot of value, and something that's pretty damn cool. Let's take a quick look at it. We're going to go ahead and unbox it as quickly as humanly possible. Let's get that underway.
Tiny but mighty, it will never disappear. Olight Baton, shining bright. 1,300 lumens, blinding with all its might. Olight Baton, so small yet so.
Okay, and here we go. On the new Baton 4 Premium, you get a light in a box. But it's not just any box. This is a charging box that's also a power bank for your other devices in a pinch. So you're out somewhere where you can't get to power immediately, maybe you're camping, something like that. You can use this as a power bank to power other devices, maybe charge up your cell phone, something like that. Very simple and easy to do. Very slick, very cool. And it will recharge your light from dead to fully charged 5 times. Now, the reason why it can do that is it's because it's using a 5,000 milliamp hour 21700 battery. And if you remember back to the Baton 3, if you had the premium version of the Baton 3, it had the 3,500 milliamp hour 18650. So now you've got a larger battery with a lot more power. It's a lot more capable. One of the interesting things about this is if you have run your light to dead, you can drop it in here, and notice how the button for the light is still sticking out. It's not inside here. It's not behind this button here, yet you can still function the light while it's in this box. It's truly clever. Again, this is where Olight's innovation comes in to play once again. Sure, they could have cheated things and had the light way down in there, and then this button pushed through and pressed your power button, and that would have been neat because it still would have been powering it from the power bank here and allowing you to use it. But they've managed to do it electronically through the light itself. That's super cool. So if you've run it to dead and you absolutely cannot have any downtime waiting for it to recharge in the box, you can walk around with it in the box and operating. I love that convenience feature. Super slick, super cool. This is very clearly the blue variation. There are, as always with Olight, many variations you can choose from. I saw the blue and went, I have to have the blue. It looks so rich and royal and cool. But I'll be honest with you, 2 weeks after this was on the way to me, they started their most recent sale. And what did they introduce? A white one. That's the thing with Olight. You never know when you can jump and take advantage of a deal, because you're going to see what you think is the perfect light for you. And then a couple weeks later or a month later, whenever their next sale is, they're going to put the next sale out and they're going to do something special, make a special edition in materials or finishes that weren't available before. And in my case, as much as I love the blue, I would have gotten the white if I had the choice between blue and white. So always remember that Olight is constantly upping the game and challenging themselves to do something cooler and cooler each time. Now, back to the box. There's actually an indicator right up here. Let's see if I can get it to show up on camera. I think you can see that pretty clearly. And that will let you know the battery power remaining, which I think is cool. This light, honestly, it flat out rocks. It is teeny tiny with a ton of performance. This is super compact. It disappears in your hand. It'll disappear in your pocket. And it's got a lot of power behind it. This is a fantastic little light. Now, here's some interesting stats directly from Olight. If you use the Moonlight feature, Moonlight lasts for 30 days. So again, back to that whole stranded on a deserted island or stranded in the forest kind of scenario. Moonlight will get you around and let you see things close up that you may need to deal with. And it could last you 30 days. If it takes forever for people to realize that you haven't posted on social media, you haven't shown up to work, and maybe we should start looking for his ass, you got 30 days of light. And that may help you in one of those dire situations. Now, let's talk about the modes here. So you've got Moonlight, obviously. You've got a low, which is 12 lumens. And this is stepped, by the way. The medium is 60 lumens. And I believe I read the 60 lumens lasts for 8 hours. Then you have a high of 600 lumens that after an hour is going to drop down to 300 lumens. I'm sorry, it doesn't last an hour. After 7 minutes, it will drop to 300 lumens, and then that will last for an hour. And if you want to use turbo, that hits 1,300 lumens. Guys, 1,300 lumens out of this teeny, tiny little light. Again, it's where Olight impresses with everything that they do. And the finishing on this is gorgeous. I'm filming this in 4K, so you should be able to see a nice, perfect color rendition. It is a rich, vivid royal blue. The box is almost a purple in comparison when you put them side by side, but it is a darker, more matte finish blue. But yeah, putting them side by side, it almost looks purple compared to the blue. They've done such a fantastic job on this. The quality of the button is also fantastic. Now, you're going to get two different indicators here. One is going to be your battery indication, and the other is going to be an indication of your low, medium, and high, so that you always know what mode you're in. And that's the same thing they do on the Baton 3S, which is a lot more expensive of a light. So again, great touch on there, nice high-tech feature, great technology, and in my opinion, just adds to the value. The only thing that I don't like about this light, and it's not a deal breaker, I tend not to carry my lights head up, lens up, light up, whatever you want to say. I would rather have had the clip attaching here so I could have it in my pocket like this. That's just a personal thing. You may experience something different. You may like your lights pointed upward. That's entirely up to you. It's a personal preference. I like mine down generally. And I don't even really know why. I guess I'm always afraid of something hitting and damaging the lens or the optics or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that's in the back of my mind that I can't really rationalize. When it comes to creating innovative lights and doing so for a fair price, I honestly think that Olight has the market cornered. Let's go ahead and lay this down here, lay this next to it. There aren't a lot of companies that offer the breadth of assortment and the values that Olight does all at one time. You have a lot of companies out there that do make a lot of different lights, and they hit a lot of different price points. But Olight is consistent with making sure no matter what your needs are, they have something for you. If you're shopping on their website and you have in your mind a specific task or a specific need for a light, they're going to have it. They've pretty much got it all covered. And now that they're diversifying so much outside of lights, they're doing pistol red dots. They got this cool new battery charger thing coming out. I haven't really read into it. I do want to get my hands on one though. But it appears from the marketing that I have very quickly looked through that you could take a handful of different types, different size batteries, and drop them in this huge box. And to my understanding, it will sort the batteries into their different sizes and charge them. And then when they're done charging, have them ready to dispense. Now, I may be off on it may not actually self-sort the different sizes, but that's kind of what it looked like from the picture. And if that's the case, if I could take a bunch of 14,500, 18,650, 18,350, 21,700s and throw them into the top of this container, and it sorts them by their individual sizes, and then automatically begins charging them and then dispenses them to me when they're ready, how awesome would that be? What a really cool thing. And who thinks of things like this? That's why I think Olight is invaluable in this industry. So you cannot use turbo when you have this in the box. That's interesting. I was unaware of that. Will it stay on if you close it? Is this kind of like the whole refrigerator thing? You wonder if the light stays on because you can't see it after it's been closed. It does turn it off. I watched it turn off. Let's watch together. I'm going to zoom in. See, it turned off and I haven't closed it all the way. That is super cool. Nice little safety feature built in. And I still can't get over the fact that they did such an expensive switch on such an inexpensive light. You're looking at $99 for the whole setup here. And I know it costs less if you don't buy the premium. If you're just buying the light, you're just buying the Baton 4, it's less expensive. And it's probably easier if I kick the lights off here. There we go. There's low, medium, high. And I have a full battery. Yep, I'm really, really glad that I chose this blue. It looks really, really good. What am I going to do? I'm going to end up buying the white because I think the white is cool. But here's the thing. I don't have to buy the whole premium kit. I think it's like $30 less to buy just the light. So I could save that money, just buy the light. And then I've got the white that I want. I've got the blue that I want. All the way around. Fantastic deal. Lots of lumens in a tiny little package. Wonder how easy this is going to be for me to lose. That's my question. And here's the thing, when we see lights stepping down from their turbo to their high, a lot of times it's such a significant drop that we're like, oh man, I don't know if I'm actually going to use that. But when you've got 600 lumens for your high, that's usually more than enough for most people's everyday kind of tasks. So yeah, it's dropping down more than 50%, but it's still dropping down to a very useful light source. 600 lumens, pretty fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to move on because I've got a lot of reviews. I've got to do a lot of really cool lights coming up. And I think you definitely are going to want to pay attention to the next few I bring out. One more of them will actually be an Olight very soon. I got my hands on a Warrior 3S Titanium that they haven't made in a year, that sold out almost immediately, that I'm super thankful I had the opportunity to get from a fellow collector. And I'm super excited about it. I think it's really awesome. And I've got a couple of Workos to bring out. A diving light, if you happen to be a scuba diver and you want a good flashlight, I'm going to have a review up for that. I'm going to have a cool little pocket thrower coming up, and then some other crazy, ridiculous dancing RGB disco light equipped lights coming up very soon. So you don't want to miss what's coming up. I'll be back with those very shortly. Now, talking about how great this light is all well and good, but what you need is to see it in actual real world use. And coming out here into this huge wide open area in the dead of night allows you to see that, yes, while this thing is super tiny and it's very convenient, you can carry it pretty much anywhere at any time, it actually is a real performer. It creates, like I like to say a lot, a wall of light. You've got a nice defined hotspot, a nice corona around that, and then the spill still gives you plenty of usable light beyond that. So it's not just a bright light, but it's got a very pleasant light beam pattern that I think most people are going to find very, very useful. And that's going to wrap it up for me on this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you stay tuned because I have a lot of amazing light videos coming up soon.